Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry for the late start. Had some technical difficulties. My computer decided to update and be real slow about it, etc., etc. Hadn't booted it up in a little bit since I've been back. But, importantly, dog has heard that I started the stream, so it's come to pester me, of course. Importantly, I'm back from MC Chicago, playing in the Pro Tour, my first ever Paper Pro Tour. Uh, I've only ever played in an arena PT Streets of New Capenna back in, I don't know when that came out, 2022, 2021, something like that. It was horrible. Playing on arena sucked. Playing made-up formats historic was, like, awful. It was one of the worst experiences of Magic I've ever had. And playing paper, playing limited, getting to, like, have a real Pro Tour draft and, like, just playing regular paper standard, much better. Cannot recommend playing the Paper Pro Tour enough over playing on arena. That being said, I'm not cut out for, like, long time limited and standard playing. It's just not really my cup of tea when it comes to Magic. I burned out really fast on testing for standard. I did have some amount of fun playing limited for a bit, but the novelty, for me at least, does wear off quite quickly, and I was happy to get back into just only really focusing on Legacy, only caring about Legacy, not, like, looking at standard lists and trying to figure out, draft archetypes, and I'm just back in my comfort zone. As far as the PT went, I made day 2. Very exciting. Did not expect to make day 2 with the choices that I made. I 2'd the draft with a very medium deck, and then I decided to very last minute audible to, do I have it on here? I think I do. To Caleb's Abzan Ketramose Insidious Roots deck. Instead of playing a boring as dirt, like, stock Esper Pixie list or something, I was just like, I can't do this. I can't play these boring ass standard decks, and Caleb's list was so cool. I watched him play it in the Creator Showdown the week before the Pro Tour. I was like, I gotta get on this instead. And it carried me to a 3-2 record, which got me into day 2. And then day 2 didn't go so well for a number of reasons. Most notably, after I 2'd another draft, I then was like, I forget my exact record. I think I was like 1-1 in standard when my wife got in a minor car accident in her lift. And was not feeling well at all, and I dropped from the Pro Tour to go take her back. But at that point I was like, I think I was 6-7 or something. And I was just like, I'm not playing for anything important here. I can, like, drop and not play my last couple of rounds of the Pro Tour. It's fine. I had already hit my limit on standard at that point too. After playing like 5 rounds day 1 and like playing 2 rounds day 2, I was like, this deck is cool. I'm having fun, but also just like, this format's not for me. I'm not built to handle this much Magic, this much, like, standard. So I ended up just dropping and leaving, and taking my, whatever, $750 prize for getting day 2. I got over min prize, which is nice. Which is like top 200 or something. Get like an extra $250 of min cash, which is like $500. Can you stop? Can you cut it out? Just leave. Just go away. Huh? Just leave. So that's how my PT went. I did not get to play Paper Dual Commander, unfortunately. I had Paper Failure ready. I was really excited, and then I won my winning into day 2 of the PT, and I was like, this is cool. This is very awesome that I day 2'd, but also very sad that I can't play Paper Dual Commander for the first time. I heard Failure got 2nd place as well. A little bit unfortunate, but, there will be another time to play Paper Dual Commander eventually. I'll find something. So now we're back. I was already playing Legacy on stream, even, like, because I, like, did some, like, standard streaming, and at some point I was just like, I can't do this. Let's just go back to streaming Legacy. I can play standard at my own time. So we're back to this. I will also be playing some Dual Commander on stream. I know some people had commented that they missed the Dual Commander streams because I hadn't done one for a bit. And there were a lot of, like, reasons for not playing Dual Commander for a bit. And there was, like, Legacy to focus on, the PT stuff to focus on, etc., etc. But, I will probably stream Dual Commander not next week because, as it says in the title, no stream next week. I will be busy playing Monster Hunter that comes out on Friday. I will be busy ignoring you, the viewers, in favor of playing more Monster Hunter that night. But the week after that, I'll probably play some, like, I'll try, like, a Ketramose dual commander deck. Anyway, that's all said and done. Let's play some Legacy. Let's play some Ketramose. I heard through the D&D Discord that there was someone that was making some waves with some Ketramose lists. Morsaw had top 8'd, so I wanted to take a look at their list. Morsa had top 8'd a Legacy Challenge with a Ketramose list, as well as, like, I think 5-0ing a league or something. I guess I'll never know, because there we go. Yeah, it looks like there's a League 5-0, and the League... is this the number of League 5-0s with, like, the same list? It's all fairly recent. Yeah, these are all similar, if not the exact same lists. It looks like regular black-white Ketramose. Wait, there was a Pro Tour recently? Yes, there was a Pro Tour this weekend at MC Chicago, in fact. So let's look at this list and see if I want to just, like, play this stock. Do I want to make any changes? So I have some, like, I wouldn't say strong opinions about Ketramose, but I definitely have some thoughts that I feel are true about how to build Ketramose decks if you want to try it in Legacy. And a simple one is that I think you just want a bunch of Relic and Progenituses in your deck, and this deck does not have those. We also have, what, 1, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 19 Solitude pitches, if you count Swords to Plowshares, which I really don't count Swords to Plowshares as a Solitude pitch that much. Because if you're pitch casting your Solitude, you are oftentimes just casting a Swords to Plowshares instead. Not a true 100% of the time. I have pitched Swords to Plowshares to Solitude occasionally, but, like, 19 is really on the low end. And threading that needle of, like, you really want Solitude in your Felia Overlord deck, obviously, because it's just, like, the best thing you could be doing. But threading the needle of having enough white cards, but also there are so many black cards that you would want to play in a deck like this, like Overlord of the Bale Merc, Orcish Bowmaster, Emperor Bone, stuff like that. But it is tough. We ended up playing, like, copies of Ephemerate, which are pretty mediocre in Legacy in this Chrome Mox list. This list is also, like, pretty light on lands. 22 with 4 Wastelands feels really greedy to me. But maybe I'll play... I do want to try no Chrome Mox, no Vial Ketramose to see if it's good enough. So maybe we'll try this and just add some relics and make a couple of edits here. What am I calling this? I guess I'm just calling it Black-White Ketramose, huh? Something boring. I didn't look at the sideboard at all, but I assume there are hopefully ley lines. Good. Excellent. Love to see Leyline of the Void. Instead of people playing Fairy Macabres and Surgicals and what have you, just, like, put some ley lines in your deck. Actually try to beat the graveyard decks right now. Specifically, oops, all spells. I do hate that Moto always defaults to these fucking... It's like the one thing that I usually change when I just copy-paste lists. I usually don't care, like... The planes, sure, whatever. The fetch lands that it's given me, sure, whatever. But, like, these things, I can't do it. Not online, anyway. It's not very helpful for the viewers, oftentimes. I've had several people complain when I have these in my deck that they just have no clue what the thing is that's in play. Yeah, this... mana base. Ugh. We were playing, I think, like 23 lands, or 23, like, it was like 19 lands plus 4 Chrome Mox in the other build. And it like, didn't even feel like enough then. I really feel like this deck just wants more lands. You might even just want less Wastelands. These Wastelands are just, like, so rough on the mana base. I also don't really understand these Doorkeeper Thralls, unless they just really hate Doomsday. Is there another deck right now that... Maybe I'm out of the loop. Let's take a minute. Refresh my memory, huh? What's going on in Legacy? MTG Goldfish, what's going on in Legacy? It's Reanimator, Moonstompy, Oops, Delver, Eldrazi, Painter, yeah, Breakfast. Okay, this all makes sense, yeah. Hey, look, there's us. Oh, it actually has Ketramose at the top. Is this like Yoshiwada? No, Jamie Hardy in London. Oh, wait, no. Isn't this Jamie? Isn't this JWVH? Might be. I think it is. Yeah, that's Jamie. Yeah, good for him. Yeah, I remember him saying that he top 8'd this. With just like Ketramose shoved into regular D&T. There's Yoshiwada playing. When was this? This was 3 days ago? I wonder if he's still on Ketramose. What do you got going on, Yoshiwada? Oh no, he cut Ketramose. Alright, looks like the Ketramose experiment for D&T is maybe dead in the water, huh? If you want to play Ketramose, my gut feeling is that you want to support it more heavily and that you don't just get to shove it straight into D&T. It has really felt like a card that's not really conducive to the D&T game plan all that well. But as for this list, what are the cards that I, like, kind of don't want in my deck that much? This is, like, probably just not allowed to play this many black cards is the thing. Value Reanimate is an interesting addition. This Cling to Dust, I think we just want Relic of Progenitus in this deck. Let's learn a lesson from our modern brethren. The one thing I do hate about Relic is that it's actually just really bad graveyard hate in Legacy, just versus almost all the decks. Like, it has almost no text versus Oops. It's rough when you're, like, on the draw versus, like, Blue-Black Reanimator. They don't obviously always have the turn 2, but, when they do, your graveyard hate card having no text kind of sucks, but I don't know. I think it's probably still just good enough. It's also nice against Delver, a matchup that like has been heavily impacted by a slimming down of D&T, adding less like value in a pile of removal spells and stuff. So having a card in your deck that's good against Delver is kind of nice. It's rough that it has a lot of misses in the current meta, right? You play against Eldrazi or Moonstompy or like Nadu, or even like Oops. It is okay against Oops, at least when you get to untap with it. Or maybe you like Thoughtseize on turn 1, play Relic on turn 2. But all it does is like force them to have another mana. It forces them to go off on 5 mana, which isn't like that big of an ask for them. But if we can shave down some of this stuff for white cards, it would be nice. And then maybe we don't get to play Null Rod in our deck if we're playing a bunch of Relics. But maybe that's still fine. I guess most of the Null Rod matchups aren't really Relic matchups anyway. I still don't understand the Thralls. Are you boarding this in versus, like, Oops all spells to stop? Or is it just Doomsday? Because it doesn't seem that good versus Oops, huh? There are other matchups? I guess, like, the Pseudo Mirror. You play against D&T Thrall's pretty nice. You're turning off your own Solitudes. Your own Skyclaves. Deck building's hard. Hang on. I also bookmarked regular ass modern. The actual regular modern builds. Because I wanted to see what the differences were. Like what are people playing in modern and like how much of it is playable in Legacy. It's just Felia, Overlord. It's the 1-drops are Relic, Fatal Push, Ephemerate. Everyone's also playing 4 Ketramose, which makes sense. I think this card is like enough of an engine piece that I want to at least start with at 4. It's worse when you don't play Chromox in your deck, but I am curious about the power level of the card, especially putting like relics and stuff. It's probably good for a starting build. Ephemerate, Fatal Push, relics at 1, so you have just like removal spells, Thoughtseize. This seems pretty similar in stature. Emperor of Bones, Felia. They just play a bunch of Flicker Wisps even without Vial, which is interesting. I mean, Flicker Wisp is really good. Cantrips with your Ketramose. Good with your Felia, good with your MDFCs, good with your additional like Overlord synergy, which is nice. Maybe we could just do that. Maybe we'll try something like that. I do think some amount of Bowmasters is nice to have in the deck because Ketramose is kind of weak against opposing Bowmasters, so having the ability to pick up those to answer is nice, as well as having just a regular, nicely shaped Hate Bear. Same, like, cost as Felia, can, like, threaten multiple things with Flash at the same time is always nice. The value reanimates do intrigue me, but they get worse if you're cycling Relic. They are life loss in this format. Is there a Karakas in this deck? I can't tell. Yeah, we got 2 Karakas. These Barrogoyfs seem a little bit unnecessary. I think ideally, if you're going to play without Vial or Chromox, you really just want to slim the curve down and have Ketramose as like one of your only 3s and just be casting cards on 1 and 2. Barrogoyf at 3 mana as just like a big dirtily beater that also, I guess, gets some value does not intrigue me. But maybe it helps a lot versus Delver enough that you want it. It's possible. Sort of thought the Modern deck still needed Vial. It's so rough, though, because it's such a bad Vial deck with no ones. In Modern, at least, you have, like, a little bit more time to get there, but in Legacy, it really feels like you could at least try to lean into not being a Vial deck a little bit more. I think this deck rather would be a Chromox deck than a Vial deck, but the Chromox deck went like 3-2 the first time we played it. It's a little mediocre. Oh no, the chat's not showing up on screen. I see now. It's okay. You haven't missed much. People in the YouTube videos afterwards. But we do have to fix that, annoyingly. I swear, like, half the time I just turn on OBS and it just doesn't want to put a chat on screen. Alright, that's maybe working now. We'll see when someone posts. Is that not working still? 1s are overrated, just bring Vial up to 2. That's good, yeah. That's a smart plan. Just get to turn 3. Would be nice. A nice world we live in. I also think this deck, maybe you just want more. If we had more MDFCs, though, then you kind of want Chromox again, too. And more MDFCs does kind of supplement the Solitude need, but then you also just kind of want more lands. I think this deck is like 24 lands anyway. It wants to be, at least. So maybe you could play like just 3 Witch Enchanters or something like the Modern deck does. I talked a big game about how I didn't want to play like chunky 3s that didn't do anything, and I'm gonna like add Flicker Wisp to the deck like the fool that I am. I do think having Overlord redundancy is like one of the better things about this deck. Having more access to ways to like activate your Overlord. Shouldn't this be a Yorion deck? That's the kind of the question. Should it? And I do think that Yorion is much worse without Vial in your deck in a format like Legacy. And that, like, Felia, Overlord, and Ketramose are theoretically ways to offset the need for Yorion by being these, like, very powerful, grindy engine cards. We just cut all these and call it a day. Or 59, whoops. I added, like, no white card. Oh, we need to add lands, duh. Witch Enchanter? Also don't necessarily need a Lion Sash in the deck, just non-tutorable, just like a... It is obviously nice when you get Lion Sash Ketramose online. You just get to, you know, pay a white, draw a card, lose a life on your turn. Is a pretty powerful synergy, but I don't know if it's powerful enough to just play, like, shitty Scavenging Ooze in your deck when you could be playing, like, you know, Emperor of Bones and stuff. It is a white card, notably, pitches to Solitude. What's our white card count at? 19 plus Swords to Plowshares. That's like closer to what I want. You say no stream next week is Monster Hunter. Why not simply stream Monster Hunter? My computer would immolate if I tried to stream and play Monster Hunter at the same time. Maybe when I upgrade the graphics card and stuff, I will be able to stream Monster Hunter, but my computer will genuinely catch fire. I kind of also hate this sideboard, but I'm also lazy and want to start actually playing, especially because it started late. Let's just add some deafening sounds. What are these thralls doing here? Can anyone tell me? Link the Yoshiwada list with Yoria and Ketramose. That's just D&T, right? Yoshiwada's deck list was just D&T with Ketramose in it, which is not what I'm interested in. I talked about that earlier. Thrall seems awful to me. Yeah, like, I don't get it. Like, just they really hate Doomsday, I guess. But, like, you could play better cards if you're targeting specifically Doomsday. I guess maybe not better cards. You could play, I don't know, Angel's Grace or the Mill Trap thing. Lost to a lot of Thrall. Oh yeah, I've heard people talking about Thrall main deck Thrall Domain Zoo. It just plays like Thrall because it's so good in the meta right now, and you just get to combo with like Hole Drifter, or not Hole Drifter. Too much draft. Null Drifter, that's the one. Yeah, like if it also stopped Oops, I'd be a little bit more into it, but it's just like, okay, it just forces Oops to go for the Memories Journey line, which is, I guess it stops half of Oops, right? Because it also stops Spy. So, like, that's not the worst thing in the world. It stops the One Ring ETB trigger. I don't really know how much that helps. Yeah, I mean, ideally you live long enough to cast it because you're also, like, a Thoughtseiz's Leyline of the Void deck. That's kind of the plan, is to, like, bridge the gap. We also have 2 Container Priests, which feels a little weird. Maybe it's nice. Maybe we'd rather play like a Cage than the other Priest. I'm not sure. Priest is nice with your Felias. Cage is nice because it costs 1 mana. Path to Exile could be something we play, yeah. If we're scared of the Delver matchup. Which I feel like we shouldn't be, but I always say that, and then we always just, like, get trashed by Delver of Secrets. The classic I have a good Delver matchup problem. Let's just play 1 Path to Exile. 2 Exile. Stoneforge is a lot of cards to commit to is the issue. We still have this Lion Session sitting here that we maybe shouldn't. But we're, like, mostly copying, who am I crediting again? I already forgot their name. Oh, no. Where is it? Morsa, who has been playing in a bunch with, like, these no Chrome Mox, no Vial Ketramose lists that have vaguely intrigued me. Now, let's just try something like this. Yeah, Ketramose Sash is, like, a powerful thing, but I don't know how good is Sash in our deck without it is, I guess, the question. Also, Morsa playing Esperphilia. Yeah, Morsa has played a bunch of weird stuff. If you look at their list, they were also playing just, like, Mardu Energy in Legacy. I guess it's not Mardu Energy, it's Mardu MH3 Tribal. Felia, Johnny, Bombardment with, like, Chromok stuff. I forgot I was in this league from the last stream. If you missed the last stream, it ended on an extremely funny note. I'm just gonna drop so we can play this. Ketramose. Yeah, yes. People compare Ketramose. I've heard a lot of people talking about Ketramose's power level being comparable to the power level of, like, cards like the One, like a little bit lower than the cards like the One Ring and Up the Beanstalk and Modern, which is concerning to me about its longevity in terms of, like, legacy viability, because Up the Beanstalk is not played at all in Legacy right now, and the One Ring is only played in decks that can cast it on, like, turn 2. So Ketramose being worse than both of those cards is fairly concerning, but it's nice to, do your homework, and it's much more in my wheelhouse as a card than the One Ring and Up the Beanstalk are, for obvious reasons. So it's worth, like, testing out a little bit more, but I do think it's an uphill battle for the viability of Ketramose. There's still a few of us control players who will give up on being stuck. I respect it. Noted Red Stompy enjoyer claims to not like the One Ring suspicion. I mean, I'm not even like a big Moon Stompy fan lately. But yeah, I get it. The One Ring is less in my wheelhouse than Ketramose is, just objectively, I think. I didn't say I didn't like the One Ring, but also I don't like the One Ring. Yeah, Relic being much more poorly positioned in Legacy than Modern is a big deal. Who actually likes the One Ring? Tony. Tony Scapone. Maybe the only One Ring fan. No accounting for taste. Whoa. I'm also much more interested, honestly. Oh, maybe not much more. I'm interested in trying this in Legacy for obvious reasons, but I do really want to try out Ketramose and Dual Commander more. I played it in one league and I 4-1'd, and I'm sure I missed like a bajillion cards that are like oh, this card's really good in your Ketramose deck when you have the access to singleton entirety of Magic's existence. I'm sure I missed a bunch of cards, so I'm at some point. This is probably along the lines of what I'll stream. I'll try to find like a Ketramose list that actually has like seen tournament play by that point, but in the next stream 2 weeks from now, I'll probably play a list like this for some Dual Commander vibes. I reluctantly played the One Ring every time because I like winning. Yeah, that sounds like you. It was a pretty good card. I should really change my avatar on the Daybreak account. Do the same thing with this deck. Yeah, I have Relic, Furnace, Vacuum, Claws, all that stuff in this deck. Furnace, Relic, Claws, Ghost Vacuum, Unlicensed Hearse, Agatha the Soul Cauldron, Cling to Dust. All that stuff. Or hopefully all that stuff. I might have missed some of it. Classic shadowy backstreet situation. I guess we maybe don't need to play Relic on turn 1. We'll see. His hand is probably fine, though. Shadow Backstreet loves to fucking show up. That's why you should just play Yorion all the time, so you don't draw your tap land as often. It's just, I mean, this could be anything, right? I mean, turn 1 Relic isn't going to beat any of this. Because if it's Reanimator, obviously they can just like fetch, cast, and Tomb, and then they have 2 other cards in the graveyard to Relic. But if they end up being on Reanimator, then we can maybe cast the Relic on turn 2 instead. I do think this is probably just a play Shadowy Backstreet angle to line up like the most of our cards possible. I kind of like this in the graveyard for the Emperor, potentially. It's a little ugly if it is Reanimator and they don't have Entomb and they just get to make a 5/5 that mills them a bunch. What are the odds of that happening, though? Oh, that actually isn't happening. So Sneak, maybe? Mills Spell Pierce. Could be Sneak, could be, like, Delver, I don't know. Hey, Cora, thanks for the resub. Sorry that, oh yeah, we're getting Sneak and Showed. Thanks. The sub notifications aren't showing up today for reasons unknown to me, but appreciate the 11-month resub. Here's my sub notification. I'm out with friends, but I love you and hope you win this league. Thank you. I guess we put in our Overlord of the Balenberg, try to dig to Solitude, and hope they don't put in Omniscience. Although, I guess we could put in Witch Enchanter and hope that they don't put in Emrakul. If they put in Atraxa, we probably die regardless. If we put in Witch Enchanter and they have Emrakul, we can just cast Overlord and then try to find Solitude that way. So maybe it is a Witch Enchanter and Prey angle. I don't hate it. Although putting an Overlord digs me 8 cards for a Solitude because I could also attack with it. Tough. I think we have better odds of beating an Emrakul than we do of an Omniscience. I don't know the odds of... Oh, it's just an Archon. Interesting. Discard this relic, I guess? Dog, not right now. Get down. Come on. Get down. Get down, kid. Get out of here. Thank you. Yeah, discard relic, I don't know. We'll just cast Overlord and try to find Solitude exactly. None of these are the card that I want, huh? We're not dying, we're just, taking 9, and then we have another turn to draw the card that we want. So in that case, I guess we just take Witch Enchanter again. I don't think Second Emperor is going to do a lot. Chat, I missed so many fucking Overlord triggers at the Pro Tour. It is unreal. I hate Impending so much. This trigger is so easy to overlook in paper. This card is awful. I'm so mad about Impending triggers. I get that it's like fixed suspend, right? Because it's like, oh, you can interact with the thing now because it comes in on your end steps. Your opponent can untap and cast their Wrath or whatever. But fuck if I just miss every single Impending trigger for the rest of my life. Just draw a Plow, Solitude. Also, my opponent will have nothing, clearly. I missed so many Impending triggers. Thank you. Thank God I'm not the only one. Mono players at disadvantage in Pro Tours. Real. I guess I assume we're dying here, but I guess we put in this Emperor Bones. Gets me like Overlord for more triggers for Solitude. Actually, plays enough paper. I play like no paper. Wait, we could put in Felia? Is that better? I think we're just gonna die to like second Archon here, and it doesn't matter. But Emperor Bones costs me mana, but whatever. We're dead here. Oh, it's just Emrakul. Okay. All right, so we're not actually dead here because we can bring back Overlord, attack, hit Solitude the Emrakul, plow the Archon. Hit Solitude seems like a problem with that plan. We can just see like 8 cards, right? Oh, look, a Solitude. Oh, I didn't see the Witch Enchanter in there. Guess we just grab Solitude again. I mean, my opponent's at 37, so, like, I don't know how easy peasy this is, but maybe I should have grabbed, like, another Emperor Bones or something. I think we're just gonna get, like, sneak attacked and die. We can beat some sneak attack things. Oh, the One Ring. And die. Draw Orcish Bowmaster. Alright. I guess I just wasteland them? Oh yeah, they're the One Ring protection, whoops. The One Ring at 37, not concerning, yeah. Is fine. What could possibly go wrong? Maybe wastelanding them's like not even worth it. I don't know. We're not winning this game, I think, is the takeaway. How are we still alive? Beats me. Draw another white card for our double solitude? Nope. Alright, cool. It's fine. Get him. See, they're so close to dead already. They're at 30 with a One Ring on 2 counters. No possible way we could lose this one. Do we even get our Overlord next turn? Easy. This looks a lot like Sneak Attack and one... Oh, nope. Alright, sure. How am I not dead yet? Please just kill me. Does this just gain 4 life? Cast the One Ring to gain 4 life. Say go. Alright. Sure. Maybe we'll draw our 3rd Ketramose. Nope. Alright, cool. Am I supposed to just Witch Enchanter? Oh yeah, no attacking this time. It's like bad against Omniscience. If my opponent casts 3rd Show and Tell, we're already fucking losing this game. I'm just gonna cast my spells and get Force Will. I don't give a shit. Daze me. Do it. Force. Sure, yeah, you got it, Chief. We can do it again next turn. We probably won't. We're probably not getting a next turn. -1 life. True. We're so close. Just sneak attack 2 creatures. Kill me, please. I'm begging you. Put me out of my misery. Oh, there you go. Yep. Sneak attack. Sneak attack time. What do you want, kitty? Remember, everyone loves the One Ring. This is super interesting and fun gameplay, for sure. Really glad my opponent doesn't have stock ups in their deck. I've heard that card is too good. I mean, alright, gain 9 life this time. How have you not found a card that kills me yet? Alright, Ketramose. We could draw 1 card, or we could cast something else. Stock up does seem pretty good. Yeah, it was like only half tongue-in-cheek about people were like cutting the One Ring to try stock up and sneak and show because it's really good in an Island Ancient Doom deck. But like, really wish my opponent had a bunch of stock ups in their deck instead of the One Rings right now specifically. I guess there's a 0% chance that anything I cast is going to resolve ever at all, so it doesn't really matter. Is there anything I could hit with Overlord of the Bale Merc that I would rather cast? I guess like a Flicker Wisp targeting Overlord I'd rather cast. And an Orcish Bowmaster, I suppose. Yeah, let's just go to combat. Maybe we're even supposed to just pass with double Solitude in our hand. We'll just run them out of threats. Surely this will work. ping him for like 6 whole points, and then, you know, also my Bowmaster would just get forced. I mean, Bowmaster getting forced is the same as Solitude getting forced, so I might as well just grab Bowmaster and force the issue, so to speak, huh? Kitty, get out of here. Get. Oh, dang, they didn't play around it, clearly. What a fool. Surely this one resolves. Wow, so unlucky that they had a force. How could they possibly have had that? Down to Merit Lady's life total. Ooh, it looks like it's, oh, they do have stock up too! Look at that! They got stock ups and the One Rings! This is a really greedy looking show and tell pile. How are we beating, like, Delver of Secrets with this deck? You have Mountain. Like, there are sneak attacks in here somewhere. They cut all the kill cards for air. This looks like sneak attack double activate. Did we finally do it? Why kill when you could draw? True. You got it, Chief. You got it, Chief. They hit a Force of Will. That's probably not very good for me. If they have an Emrakul. Oh, wait, we're at 7. We're just dead. Oops. Didn't realize that. When did we get to 7? I guess we took an Archon hit, huh? Probably should have solituted this with the tracks of trigger on the stack. Also, probably gonna die anyway. Okay, yeah, definitely gonna die anyway, huh? Yeah. We've seen no cantrips. That is true. We literally didn't see a single just actual cantrip. They just had like Sneak and Show Stompy. Just like multiple copies of Spell Pierce. They just like didn't see a single Brainstorm or Ponder. Chalice Sneak, a classic. It's the strat. That's how you beat the Delver decks. You go turn 1 Ancient Tomb, Chalice the Void. You fucking get their asses. Alright, let's board in these guys and these guys. We can think about like these ones. I kind of hate removal spells versus Sneak and Show. Except Solitude. Solitude's great. We probably don't need to be all in on this Ketramose business in this matchup, huh? Much more about the business of killing them. They've brewed into getting got by Null Rod. Maybe you even want to board a Null Rod, huh? Versus Lotus Petal plus the One Ring. Probably cut this, actually. This thing's pretty slow, too. We can cut, like, a lot of these cards are, like, reasonable to get out of my deck. Also, feels like they probably didn't have Omniscience. Maybe they have, like, 1 copy or something. Let's just do this, leaving the Ketramoses. Seems kinda meh. But, like, what am I leaving in that's more interesting? I guess Lion's Head is probably a little bit better than Ketramose. We did a surprising amount of being alive that game. Null Rod more reasonable than Ketramose? Yeah, maybe, perhaps. Maybe we're just supposed to not have any of these. But then we have like Lion Sash and Relic, and then I also don't really like that, but oh, I didn't hit submit. Oh well. We'll think about it if we get to game 3. Sand's pretty mopey, but it has some good stuff. Flute and Priest are both nice. Ketramose plus Wisp draws a card. If we don't have Priest in play. I think this hand is good enough to keep, but it's like not thrilling. Swords is a downside compared to Path in this matchup. Yeah, they're both not very good, though. Much worse when you can't target Emrakul with either of them. And, like, targeting Atraxa always sucks. Let's do some Surveillant. I think I want that. Next question is, what the hell do I do here? Like, I almost just want to name Show and Tell. But I guess if they cast Show and Tell, we just cast Priest in response and then put in Flute. We did see Daze, notably. Something to keep in mind. They didn't even fetch a Surveil land. Interesting. They have Brainstorms? They were just hiding? I would be surprised if they didn't have Brainstorm in their deck, yeah. We just didn't see any. Brainstorm is just busted. Like, you're not unironically not putting Brainstorm in your deck to fit more stock ups and stuff. I'm not shocked our opponent is casting Brainstorm here. How did they fit this all in? I have no idea what the average Sneak and Show list looks like, but I am a little curious, yeah. How do you fit stock ups and the One Rings into Sneak? Does it make sense? Because you could, like, if you're on Omni, you could trim down on Fatties potentially, because then the stock ups just hit. If you put in the Omniscience, you can stock up into them more. But like you're on Sneak Attack, so you still need a pretty good swath of Atraxa plus Emrakul plus Archon. Resolving's nice. Just gonna land go or like attack. Let's play the Wasteland, I think. Prevents them from fetching a Surveil if they want to. I think we just hold up all of our interaction. Casting both Flute and Priest in response are both nice. It's a Sneak Attack. This feels a lot like a Sneak Attack. We'll cast Priest in response, I guess. Oh no, this is just a stock up. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Cast Priest in response, maybe? Am I supposed to be playing around like Pyroclasms? Man, what do Sneak lists play lately? Can I afford to keep holding up Containment Priest every turn? Can I just jam it and keep attacking? I could just cast Flute and put it on like Sneak Attack. And then just hold up Priest for Show and Tell and for another turn. But I do like want to put more pressure on them, so it's a tough call. I'd be surprised to see a Force of Will here. Yep. Force pitch consign, sure. 2-drop. Nope. So now I think we just kind of have to hold up Flute here to beat Sneak Attack. We also can't beat Show and Tell right now, though. If they cast Show and Tell, what do we do? Put in Ketramose? Then untap and, like, we have Wisp to cantrip. Try to find something. I think we'll probably just hold up Flute for... Show and Tell is more beatable at Sneak Attack on average, certainly. Unfortunate. Now, if they put in Sneak Attack, then we get got. If I don't cast Flute in response, do I have to cast Flute and name Sneak Attack, and then get got by anything? Probably. I think the play here just has to be cast Flute, name Sneak Attack, put in Ketramose. Probably not good for me. It usually finds Force of Will. Oh, it didn't. That's cool. It did find a Braid, which isn't great for me. A Braid, Sneak Attack, Emrakul is pretty scary. They could also just grab like Show and Tell Emrakul. We could also Flicker Wisp the Disruptor Flute, potentially, depending on what they grab here. Still draws us a card. No cards in exile for Ketramose to be online, huh? They grab Delta, Show and Tell Emrakul, Sneak Attack, Low Spell, and a Braid. Alright, well, I don't think I can beat any of those cards. I think we might be dead here. I guess we could draw Caracas, huh? No, then they have a Braid, plus... I don't think they have enough mana for a Braid Sneak Attack yet. Then we're only clocking for 2. We'll see. Pluto Delta... They played the Lotus Petal. They discard the Sneak Attack, interesting. Ooh. Trawler does get Ketramose online and draws me a card, which could be neat, assuming we're not just dead. We could also potentially draw into... so I want to play my land and then play Boggart Trawler, so I leave up Black-White and then Wasteland if I want to. At least activate Ketramose so I can attack with it. Ideally, we... I guess, no, playing land is bad because now we can't draw Caracas. I was trying to think about what cards I'm trying to hold up. But I think I probably should have just not held up Wasteland. So the Wasteland is not likely to matter. Consign my Boggart Trawler? Fair enough. I don't even think I want to Wasteland, really. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means 7 mana means that if they have an additional Sneak Attack, then we do just die. What am I trying to draw into? Solitude. answer. 6 cards, huh? Favorite standard streamers playing Legacy. I have bad news about the standard expectancy for the remainder of my days on Twitch. You got it, boss. Show and tell and Emrakul. What would I do? Alright, they don't have that. Alright, well. They have like another Force of Will. I think I just flicker Boggart Trawler to try to draw 2 cards. Try to find. Okay, they just have Force, sure. Force Pitch Show and Tell. They're just gonna kill me with the Atraxa. I guess that's fine. One card closer to Ketramose being active. Yeah. Alright. Call it quits here. They got me good. Awkward. Couple of games there. Flute's a weird card to cast versus Sneak and Show. Obviously didn't work out for me, but it's really good versus Sneak Attack and like pretty good versus Show and Tell, but the fact that you have to like proactively put it out and name Show and Tell and then get Sneak Attacked is kind of unfortunate. So it does make it kind of awkward sometimes. The deck's like this. I shouldn't say the deck, because when I say the deck, I'm more thinking about D&T. Like, D&T's like pretty good at beating just cast Show and Tell, put in Fatty, and theoretically this deck is too, but not the way our draw is lined up. Especially with my opponent having like double Force back up. I should do my giveaways. I have a bunch of giveaway codes that I have just not done in February. So we should do another giveaway. Chat started reminding me. I know OK was reminding me, but then we had a really funny way to end the stream last time. Where I said if the Muxus Whiff happened, I would turn off the stream, and then I did. When I should have really done another giveaway. I mean, I guess we keep this. This is what we came here to do, right? If this hand's not good, then... Oh, my opponent's mulling to 5. It's either very good or very bad for me. I would guess very bad. You may be right. You may be right. Wait, what? What's your last card? What is happening? What? 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 Is it just like mono black stuff? Should I be scared? Does my opponent have Entombs in their deck? feel like, I mean, I guess I just get to respect Entomb by holding up Felia this next turn anyway. Yeah, we just get to incidentally I guess not necessarily, because we actually don't want to overlord into this Dothy. We will, overlording here seems extremely bad. I mean, we get like a 5/5 out of it. Okay, alright, maybe we're holding up the relic activation after my opponent Underground Mortuary's Grizzlebrand. Alright, you've twisted my arm, opponent. I could just cycle Relic, though. Man, I really want to play the Ketramose. I mean, we could cast the Felia, untap, cast the Ketramose, tap, exile their one card, attack with Felia, flicker the Relic, tap, exile the Grizzlebrand at the end. But it seems really, really, really greedy for no fucking reason. Yes, I am also going to play it safe. I'm not, like, that far ahead. I do need to kill this Dothy Voidwalker, or we're going to die. We're at 13 versus an unblockable 3/2. But this deck is generally pretty decent at answering a creature. Eventually. Am I supposed to cast Overlord here? Am I, like, genuinely? Ketramose will be on before you die. Yeah, but we have to get to 4 mana to do that, right? Wait, we could get back the Skyclave, right? Like, that's just how this works? They could get the mill 4 cards, but, like, are any of the cards in my deck actually worth casting? I feel like I'm just gonna mill 8 cards and make a 5/5. If they Overlord back. Yeah. Is it? I have a Felia. If they cast my Overlord with their Dothy, then I attack and flicker it, and now it's my Overlord again. Also, I only have 2 Overlords left in my deck. I think I want to Overlord the Skyclave so I can answer this Dothy. I don't think any of my cards are that good for them. Well, let's find out, huh? I guess they could Thoughtseize, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Maybe we shouldn't flicker. It just like gives them 4 more cards, but how many of my cards matter? Again, I don't think any of them do. Good deck building where we mill 8 for Dothy, but none of our cards are good. I mean, all of our cards are much worse with my opponent stealing them when I have a Felia in play. Let's just make a 5/5. I think I'm gonna cycle Relic. End of turn, just to try to hit land 4 and exile this Grizzlebrand. Ketramose is so online. True. Yeah, see, they just die easy. All according to plan. So, like... Mono Black Reanimator with, like, Splash for Surveil? Alright, later, Jarvis. I don't really know what we're up against, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna assume that, like, I want all these cards in my deck. We saw Grizzlebrand and Dothy Voidwalker and Fast Mana. Oh, cut the Ponders for stock out. Yeah, we were talking about that, Eternal Magic. We were like, I didn't actually see any cantrips in that game 1, despite, like, seeing 2/3 of your deck. So like, are there cantrips? Are we playing like Sneak and Show Stompy? And like, obviously Brainstorm's too good to not play, but no ponders. It makes more sense. What are we doing here? I don't know how fast mana there are, but Deafening Silence is usually pretty bad on the draw versus like Turbo Mono Black Reanimator anyway, but potentially we'll board it on the play depending on what we see. If they have like Dark Rits in addition to Lotus Petals and Unmasks and stuff, then. What don't I want, I guess is the question. Probably the Overlord stuff. I tend to board this out, especially when you're boarding in Leyline, because you don't want to get Unmasked and then they just reanimate your Overlord and beat you to death with it. When you have Flicker Wisps and Felias, that plan does get a little bit worse, because you can just like steal your thing back, but you also don't really need the Overlord plan nearly as much. But also, this is just like another matchup where we don't really need Ketramose, huh? We just want a bunch of removal and graveyard hate. Just board something like that. This looks okay. I guess Felia is pretty weak in this deck with no Overlords or and like one Ketramose. We aren't blinking a lot. That also doesn't really matter. We have Containment Priest to make it a little bit better. Blink Orcish Bowmaster. Stuff like that. This hand seems awful. Professional Analysis. Professional Analysis, also awful. Just not keepable hands. My opponent has kept 7. I feel like I'm more likely to win on a 4th in this hand. Perfect mana. Game 3, here we go. Yeah, maybe they'll just turn 1 me and we'll get to see, huh? I think this is the plan. Draw Black Source, Thoughtseize into Overlord, easy. Or Thoughtseize into Emperor, easy. Alright, step 1. They're going to Entomb in response, put the creature in their graveyard. We're going to take their only reanimation spell. Oh, fuck. None of that was correct. None of it was true. We're going to do... Okay, they boarded into like the Witherbloom side combo, which is what I was thinking of. This plan is so bad. Stop doing this for Death and Taxes. My god, like, stop doing this for the fucking 8 Swords of Plowshares deck. Oh my god. The people fucking boarding in Pack Rat as Red Black Reanimator versus D&D every fucking time. Stop doing this versus anything. It's so bad. Yeah, I guess that's also fair, huh? If I take Chain of Smog, I guess I take Chain of Smog and then hope that they name Chain of Smog with Spoils of All and die. This seems like a pretty reasonable plan here. Just spoils. What could go wrong? Come on. Yeah, just name Chain of Smog. God, it's just that easy! It's just that easy! What did they did have Dark Rituals and stuff. So they were just like turbo mono black with like the Witherbloom splash. Sure. Turn 1 kill. On my Moldifor! Incredible! Just like we drew it up. Oh wait, hang on. Let's do a giveaway. D&T is busted, yeah. Those are always so funny. Hard to resist. Alright, let's go. X-Wage Boy giveaway. We're gonna do a couple this stream, because I have a lot, because the streams were sporadic this month. X-Wage giveaway, we're gonna do turn 1 kill, all one word. Do we win that without Ketramose? That was all Ketramose, baby. X-Wage Boy giveaway, turn 1 kill. Type turn 1 kill in the chat to get a chance to get 120 play points as soon as I find this title. Turn 1 kill. 120 play points to one lucky entrant in this giveaway, courtesy of the fine folks over at Daybreak Games. How many of these do I have? Do I have 4 of them? Do I literally, like... Because the first week of the month we didn't have the codes yet because they were a little bit late. And I streamed the following Tuesday, and then last Tuesday I didn't stream because I was doing Pro Tour stuff. So yeah, I've literally only given away 1 code. So we have 4 of these bad boys to give away. Maybe I'll give away 3 and give away the last code on Blue Skies, like for something. It would be finer if they could eliminate the lag. Yeah, the lag keeps coming back. I've heard that it was like really bad, but then over the weekend, but then it got better. I haven't seen anything today, so it's nice. But it does suck that it keeps coming back. But I know they're working real hard to get rid of it. It was rather unfortunate that the lag really picked up last Monday and Tuesday when I was like trying to test routes and standard, and I was like, this deck is unfathomably unplayable when there's a bunch of moto lag. This deck has so many triggers and has to take so many game actions to kill the opponent. It is unplayable on MTGO if there's lag. It was so bad. Right up until the deck list submission date too. It's just like, well, just submit it blind. Get your turn 1 kills in chat. The price of fixing wall of roots, true. I'll leave it up for a tiny bit. I don't know how many other people will enter, though. Leave it up for a bit and start trying to find an opponent. I guess it wasn't a turn 1 kill, right? It was a turn 2 kill, technically. My opponent died on their turn 2. No, they died on the end step on turn 1. Never mind. It was turn 1. Yes. I very much agree, Mattman. MTGO has been largely better because of Daybreak. It has had an unfortunate series of hiccups in like the recent months, but the good has far outweighed the bad in my eyes, at least. All right, well, keep, I guess. This is what we signed up for. Casting Relic of Progenitus and Legacy in our main deck. Deck list is still Turbo Monks. Oh yeah, I never changed it. When I started the stream, I was like, I won't add the deck list because I was gonna like brew a little bit on the stream and then add it. But yeah, we'll do that too. We'll add the deck list on. What did I name it? Chat. What the fuck did I name my deck? It was just like Black White Ketramose. There it is. Once upon a time. Oops, all spells, or is this like Newton Elves? Does Nadu Elves play once? I should be on Dredge. Opponent has 2 main deck Relic of Progenitus. I mean, the big problem with Relic is that there are a lot of decks that exist in Legacy that like are ostensibly graveyard decks, but also just absolutely don't give a shit that you just cast Relic of Progenitus on turn 1. Like if they are oops and they just kill me, it'll be really funny. Or like this card's really good versus like Reanimator when you're on the play at least. Oh, huh, all right. But like if we're on the draw and my opponent like goes turn 1 in Tomb in response to after like I cast Relic and then they just untap and they just fucking kill me, Relic can be really embarrassing to put in your deck. Alright, this is something. I don't really know what's going on, I'm gonna be honest. Is this just like regular ass Eldrazi with Once Upon a Time? Alright. You got a Chalice. Get you. Well, the classic draw your ones as soon as the Chalice is in play. Let's Overlord. Try to find Flicker Wisp. Tough call. I think Ketramose is like is better than Felia here. Seems like it's. I mean, I guess it's not the hardest for Eldrazi to answer. They can't just exile it with what's it called? With Confluence, not Confluence, Command. But they can also answer Felia. They can more easily answer a Felia than a Ketramose played at a similar pace, right? Because we're gonna have to untap, cast Felia, untap, attack with it. Versus next turn we can like untap, cast Ketramose, tap Relic, draw a card, and then start like popping off from there. I think I want this Ketramose. Maybe I'm wrong. It is just like a big 4/4 lifelinker, which is really nice. Oh, well, that's pretty terrifying, huh? Don't really love letting them untap with that. Maybe we'll draw White card and Solitude. I don't think it matters who I target, huh? Classic, draw all your 1-drops as soon as your opponent plays Chalice on one. Part 2. Maybe we'll draw the Solitude to pair with the White card in our hand. Dang. Maybe we won't die. Assuming we untap with Ketramose, probably just like Ancestral Recall, trying to find an answer to like Fleshraker or Chalice or something, or you know, things to do here, of which we don't really have any. It's a lot of mana you got there. Can kill my Ketramose. Feels like it's gonna kill my Ketramose. Oh, okay. Well, my hand sucks, so go for it. My hand's just, like, genuinely awful. Take the Boggart Trawler, I guess. Maybe take the Ketramose if they... I feel like if you had Command, you would have just cast it there, though. Just, like, make a bunch of guys kill my Ketramose, machine gun me a bunch with Glaring Fleshraker, and then also Thought-Knot Seer. Yeah, just take the land, sure. Only 2 cards left in hand. We draw like Flicker Wisp, maybe we can get this Overlord doing something. Another card in exile, yeah, all according to plan. Draw like Emperor of Bones could do something too. Although, not if we don't draw it right here, because we're going to need to pay a mana to draw the next bunch of cards. Ooh. Could Flicker Wisp Overlord, and not Cycle Relic. It would let us buy back Skyclave, and potentially Skyclave this Chalice and unlock the rest of our hand. We could also Flicker Chalice, draw a card, cast Plow. Unfortunate that there are exactly 5 cards in exile, though, because it means that if we do any of that, then we actually can't attack with Ketramose this turn. I don't know, if we Plow, if we Wisp Chalice, that's the 6 card exiled, and then cast Plow, that exiles another card, and then we can attack with Ketramose before the Chalice comes back. So it's not the worst plan, honestly. It kind of sucks that the Overlord's not online after that. But my opponent has 2 cards in hand. A Thought-Knot Seer will go to 10. Cast Plow, go to 9, and then go attack with Ketramose, go up to 13. It's not terrible. Draw like Solitude would be sick. Oh, it's not bad either. It's really auto yield to the Ketramose trigger. Solitude still be sick? Nope. Draw all of our 1-drops into the Chalice, but we've at least answered it. So there are exactly 7 cards in exile right now. Oh, that's Flicker was. Which means we can't leave Ketramose back to block, because the 6 cards will be in exile once the Chalice returns. That's not how that card works. But good try. Try double blocking. Legal play. Unlucky. Swords always to need draw a card staple to it. Yeah, true. Alright, so if they find command, it's not even that bad for me. They don't have like a bunch of mana because they've tapped their monolith for that Thought-Knot Seer. Micah Spawn's kind of bad for me. Still have lands and 1-drops and ability to draw a bunch of cards. Wasteland's kind of fine. We're already getting owned by Micah Spawn on my land. How's Ketramose been in Legacy? Not that thrilling. But trying it out, giving it its fair shake, given its power level in Modern. It's definitely got its work cut out for it, if it wants to stick around in this format. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 mana, I guess. Can't actually kick Micah Spawn and send me to Kingdom Come. I do take a lot of damage if I start cycling relics and shit, but I also get to like kill their Thought-Knot Seer. They only have 1 card in hand plus on Micah Spawn. I wonder if I wanted to just like block that turn. Is Flickerwist better as gain 4 life? Probably not, because it blocks Micah Spawn and trades with it. Aww, my Ketramose. What's my mana base situation? 3 plains, 2 swamps. I did just blindly copy this player's mana base too, so. Let's see here. Do I want to... Oh, we can just, like, Thoughtseize the Ketramose, huh? Or Thoughtseize the Micah Spawn? Just, like, live the dream? Ketramose, Plow, Thought-Knot, Thoughtseize, Sowing Micah Spawn? This seems, like, just really good for me all around, huh? Just, like, just objectively great in every way possible? Let me, like, actually make sure that I didn't mill anything, too. We do take kind of a lot of damage, actually. Because the Thoughtseize is going to deal us 2. Maybe we don't tap the Relic. Is that bad? 5 life is like 1,000,000. You're not wrong. We could be at 4 life, though, if we really want to be. spawn out of here. Being at 4 life is so tempting. What could go wrong? Yeah, we did it! Ketramose was really good. There. I mean, big, at least a little bit hard to answer lifelinker versus the kind of quote-unquote aggro deck. Notably not bad. What is notably bad is our sideboard for the Eldrazi matchup. We really don't have a lot, huh? I guess theoretically most of our cards are actually decent, though, right? We have the Felia, Overlord, Solitude, Ketramose stuff. We kind of just want all of that. Ketramose is better at attacking and blocking than Up the Beanstalk is. Which is important when your opponent has a bunch of, like, 3/3s and 4/4s in their deck. Maybe we could, like, Sash, because it costs 8 billion mana and is not very good. Just send it. I wonder if you want to, like, board in Containment Priest in here, just for, like, the Felia synergy versus the creature deck. I believe. This hand will get there, certainly. Chalice for one? Oh, Monolith. Sure. Moderately terrifying. If I'd drawn a land, I would have, like, thought about Wastelanding, but probably not allowed. Did I ever end the giveaway? Oh, no, I didn't. Good call. Give away. Who won? Airsets Olorin. Congrats, you won the first giveaway today. This giveaway thing off the screen. This seems pretty bad for me. Are you still in chat? Post something. Oh, no, never mind. I found your name. You're good. Whisper. Here's your code. Boom. Code sent. Top, top, top. Always a good sign. Top, top, top. Don't play second land. I mean, I guess. They just forget? There's no other world that you would top, top, top and not have another land, right? Should we have White Orchid Phantom? No, I don't think so, because then they just get wastes. I wanted to put them on no manas. And also hold up the Plow for Fleshraker. Oh, against top, 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 make them shuffle. Interesting. Okay. Perhaps. Well, they shuffled away the last card they topped. More monoliths. Alright. You got it. I don't really want to plow this. Yeah, unfortunately, due to the rise of Moonstompy in the post-ban meta, the forest has become much more stock again, which is unfortunate for people trying to cast the lowly White Orchid Phantom. It's just another Sowing Magus spawn. These are like the least impressive looking Sowing Magus spawns I've ever seen, though. Like, you sacked a Lotus Petal and a bunch of spawn to cast the first one. You sacked your Grim Monolith to cast the second one. Try like Flicker Wisp for our White Orchid Phantom. Pop the Cradle, maybe. Would be nice. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start plowing these things. Turn off the Cradle. Maybe I should have Solituded, actually. No. Oh, well, I guess. Alright. What do we do here? My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I can just plow, tap, land, attack. I could also plow Solitude, set up Felia plus White Orchid Phantom. But I kind of don't want to turn the Cradle into a basic waste anyway, until they put more things in play. Because I could also shock in this and Flicker Wisp the White Orchid Phantom and pop it, but I think I just am gonna kill all your stuff. I should attack first in case they like want to cast Dismember or something. Yeah. Sniffed it out. It's a really ambitious choice of grabbing Gaia's Cradle, I feel. Yeah, they literally don't have anything, alright. Don't even... Yeah, I'm not even going to Wasteland this. I guess I just cast Felia? I could Wisp my... I could, like, put 5 power into play and Wisp Witch Enchanter and just pop a Grim Monolith just to have more stuff. But we could also, like, set up Felia for future flickers and Felia into the Wisp on Witch Enchanter and then attack Flicker Wisp, Flicker the Forest. Yeah, I think I like that better. Dog. Ooh, Crocus for dog. Ah, they just give up. We did it. Weird game 2, but we take those. Sometimes you just get them like that. Really cool of our opponent to not ring. Really cool of our opponent to scry 3 to the top and then miss their second land drop. A big fan of when my opponents do that, honestly. Deck list plus giveaway reminder. Yes, deck list is smart. Export. Black White Ketramose. What's the next giveaway code, huh? What's the giveaway keyword? Chat. Decide something for me. Ketramose. Legacy. Public. Import. Alright, list is on. Flex slot. And on Stream Decker. Boom, done. Easy. Chat, no one suggested a giveaway keyword. You're all dead to me. Ooh. Toast sucks. Is Toast here? Toast owes me tacos. We should do him with the buzzword should just be tacos. Birria tacos. He thought I wouldn't day two, the fool. Let's just do Ketramose for this one. Second giveaway tonight. Type Ketramose in the chat. I think this was the giveaway last stream because we were trying Ketramose, but Ketramose is still cool. Ketramose really pulled his weight in that game one. It is a very like polarizing card, but that's I guess this is the nature of like most of your card advantage engines with regards to legacy, right? Is that they're just not going to really show up for you in your unfair matchups, especially when they cost 3 mana. You just want the rest of your deck to be able to fight that. Which theoretically this deck does pretty well, as far as non-force decks go. Type your Ketramoses in the chat for 120 more play points, because I have a bunch of these codes to give away before they expire. We'll give away 2 more today, and then I'll give away 1 on Blue Sky. You can also follow me on Blue Sky at XJCloud. Link is not down below for that because I'm lazy and have not updated anything that like down below at the bottom, all the like the about me stuff. Haven't updated that in a million years. But I really should put my Blue Sky link down there instead of Twitter, because I'm basically never on Twitter now. Is there a time limit on redeeming these codes? My internet is dog water right now. The end of the month. March 1st it'll expire. So you got plenty of time. Yep, enjoy. Enjoy your 120 play points. I won one once, but it's been rigged every other time. Wow, that's really unlucky. I'll leave it running longer, mostly because no one joined this one for some reason. We had 2 people, 50-50 shot right now if I just ended the giveaway right now. Flip a coin, alright. This is always like the very clunky hands where it's like you have half of your stuff and you kind of hope that the other half kind of comes together. Why does this always happen to me? This happened last Ketramose League too, didn't it? I don't think I really want this. It's nice to put something in the graveyard for Emperor Bones potentially. Stop having Backstreet drop it again. Yeah, I mean, at least we didn't have Backstreet plus like 1 drop. We could at least just lead on it. We have like Felia plus drawing a white card, and then like we could Felia attack, blink the Leyline Solitude Scion potentially. Relic isn't doing anything right now anyway. We'll just pass the turn. The giveaway is 2 people right now. If anyone wants to type literally just type the word Ketramose in the chat, you have like a 33% chance to win play points. Yeah, see? Bob gets it. Alright, not getting turn 2 Scion is nice. I have to imagine that my Philly is probably going to die here. How dare you? Sorry for ruining your chances. When Bob wins, I'm going to laugh a lot. We'll see maybe after game 1. Go, doggo. Just let me untap and play land. What could go wrong? Just wait on your leyline binding. Maybe I play something else that you want to stop. Just don't even counter it. It's totally chill. Okay, then I guess that's fine. Yeah, I think everyone that is currently entered in the giveaway has won one before. The hell am I even doing if this Felia resolves? Just Caracas, Relica Progenitus, attack. Give a Ketramose away instead. I did open a Ketramose in my draft. I guess I didn't open it. I rare drafted it. Like pack 3, pick 5 or something. It was worth. I own a stamped Ketramose now. You kill him, my upkeep. You wouldn't kill a dog, would you? That's so fucked up, opponent. This probably is not a wasteland scenario, huh? Does not really strike me as one. This is probably an Emperor of Bones scenario. Try to line up Flicker Wispancer, Leyline. I guess we can also cast Relic. Because we don't really care about it. We're not holding up anything. Wow. Alright, fair. I guess. No Emperor for me. I mean, maybe they have maybe they drew Scion off of the well, then you just save the force to protect the Scion. You know, like if you drew Scion off the force and you're like, oh, I want to protect my Leyline of the Guild Pact from this Emperor of Bones, because they could bring back the Flicker Waste, flicker the Leyline, and then they could like kill the Scion, but then they could just force the Solitude to the Plow. Definitely ecstatic that my Emperor got countered instead of something relevant. I'm probably gonna have to cycle this Relic next turn if I don't find something, though. Imagine my opponent's gonna cast something scary this turn. That's not that scary. I mean, it's a little bit of card advantage. We also have Caracas in play, so it's less card advantage. I gotta respect my opponent for casting Glarb, Calamity's Augur, and Legacy, though. What bracket are we in? We're 2-1 in this league. Frog bracket, exactly. I kind of want to kill this Leyline, huh? Do we just Caracas and kill the Leyline? I mean, they can obviously... oh, they actually can't recast Glarb with their current mana, at least. And we know that they don't have a land on the top of their deck. Oh, I should have bounced this, because they could have force on the top of their deck. Oh well, not punished. Slamming Glarb into Caracas. Well, they could, like, hit their land drop, right? They can just play lands off the top. Well, I'll cycle the Relic next turn, maybe. Maybe we hardcast the Solitude next turn, who knows? Oh, wait. What? Did they play their land last turn already? Did I miss something? They played Island into Glarb. Okay, so they actually didn't have a land drop to make. Yeah, never mind. They didn't Glarb their deck to not cast it. Well, clearly they did. They could have cast Glarb and chose not to here. I don't think I really care about a 4/4, so it's probably time to cycle Relic. Just to try to find some sort of piece of action. I mean, I guess that technically qualifies. Maybe doesn't. Yeah, I guess I thought he was this Glarb, huh? How is this not a Sky Noodle? How is my deck not a Sky Noodle deck? Because I want to try to draw my important engine cards and not put Aether Belt. You got me. We have so many Blinkables. Yeah, but Yorion's a lot of mana. And how much do we need, like, more late game value cards? I guess I'm probably supposed to cast this Bogart Trawler, right? I don't really want to keep Caracas and Glarb when they can continue to, like, play lands off the top of the deck and stuff. They didn't, like, fetch a Surveil there or something? I don't really know what's happening. Just cast your Glarb, opponent. Or don't. I'm not your boss. Okay, don't. That's fine too, I guess. Alright, I guess that's fine too. No forests in deck! That would be so good. Just actually they don't have a single land that produces green. It's just all Leyline of the Guild Pact. Forcing that Emperor seems bad. It definitely doesn't look like it's working out for him. Sveli is nice. Dancer's the Illusion. And is protectable by Caracas now. Kind of baffled why they haven't cast Glarb. Like, you have a window to, like, put a land into play, at least. Force of Will, pitch Glarb. Okay. You got it, boss. That Force of Will's fair, right? But it's just, like, just a very silly game that we're playing. Probably want to throw it back with Brainstorm pitch to 4. Yeah, but, like, if you're clearing lands, it's good, and, like, it's probably gonna get Caracas, right? Glarb, no. Truly a tragic end. Do I, like, take another 4? I don't think I want to. I think I killed this Illusion token now. I cycle this Relic next turn. I feel like a fucking dunce when I don't think I want to cast an Upkeep. If they draw exactly another Force blue card, it's probably fine. I have no idea if this person has decided to put, like, Broadside Bombardiers in their deck like the other person. I have to imagine the answer is no, but last time we played against Leyline of the Guild Pact, there was also Broadside Bombardiers. Can you main deck consign this? What's happening? Okay, just Leyline Binding Response, sure. That's fine. Ketramose, boom. Does it do anything for us? We can bring back their Glarb. And then we can Surveil 2. And then that's about it. That seems pretty bad. Bring back our Felia. Doesn't really do anything. Yeah, I guess we just play Emperor, nab the Felia as an option, and then play Relic. Save their Glarb for casting Overlord or Solitude off the top. That would be kind of hot, honestly. put their Glarb in on my end step, Surveil 2, untap Surveil 2, try to dig for Overlord. Maybe I'll put their Glarb under there for a rainy day. And put the Felia under it next turn if I really want to. I'm not cycling the Relic this turn, I don't think. You can't force this anymore. You literally cannot. You have one card in hand. Let my boy resolve. Spell Snare. We like Wasteland our Bog and then bring back our Boggart. Seems pretty terrible. My opponent doesn't really seem to have any graveyard interaction. They could have a Mystic Sanctuary in their deck for all I fucking know. Trigger. Yoink this Glarb. Why not? It's my Glarb now. What the fuck is happening? What on earth is going on? Truly what? What is even real? What is the purpose of this card in your deck, opponent? Like, I mean, I guess maybe I should have had Relic in play to play around this Noxious... I don't even think I would have cycled Relic in response. I think I would have been fine with my opponent drawing that Glarb. God, I don't even know, man. This just shuffled it away! Just didn't want me to have it. What a jerk. I just wanted a frog. Despite Noxious Rival. For real, I've never had a frog in play in Legacy. Can we draw like Overlord, please? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That's about what I figured. Alright. Let's grab this Felia or whatever. I guess we should maybe cycle this Relic now, huh? Alright, fine, I'll wasteland them. Fine, deck. If this is what you want so bad. Say goodbye to all your white sources, opponent. I can attack them for 6 here. It doesn't seem very exciting. Oh, that seems pretty exciting. I can't believe 4-color Glarb is getting housed so bad. I also miss Glarb. This game was way cooler when my opponent was casting Glarb and Noxious Revivaling Glarb. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not lethal. We were so close. Yeah, we were this close to Glarb. Does Glarb combo with... I mean, I guess technically, yes, Noxious Revival does combo with Glarb. You can put the spell or land on top of your library and reuse it. That is technically a combo. I think I just go to combat here. Wait, we had like Caracas Felia. We probably should have done that, huh? We would have just picked up the Felia when it was dying or whatever. Glarb should be playing beans. Maybe they do have beans in this deck. Who knows? Six life. Opponent sneezed, hit the keyboard, and submitted the deck list. The Noxious Revival's really confounding me. This one's like, it's just like main deck graveyard hate, right? Like you get the Reanimator players with it, I guess. But like, it's not like they have like Spellseeker in their deck, right? You just like, this is just a card you've put in your deck. Okay, you're dead. You found their deck list? Did you really? Go away. Okay, they've died. We did it. From 2 days ago. Alright, it does sound like their deck list, huh? Fifth place in the challenge? No shot. They got the main deck Noxious Revival in there? You gotta post it. You gotta share the goods. What score do you need for 5th place? Like 4-2, probably, and then lose in top 8. It's probably like the one of the 32-person challenges. 5-2. Wow. So they went 5-1 into the top 8 and then lost the first match of the top 8. The Noxious Revival is new. Okay. The Noxious Revival is the most baffling thing by far. You could like talk yourself into putting Glarb in the deck, but the Noxious Revival is just very confusing to me. Let's end this giveaway that 3 people joined, huh? Who wins? Bob, he wins again? Fucking rigged as hell, man. Who's in charge of these giveaways? Glarb is basically Leovold. I would argue that Leovold is basically Leovold. Whisper. Bob, here's your other code. That's how you get on the PT, baby. Always lucky. That's the strategy, I guess. What are we fucking board again versus this deck? What's happening? I'm so confused. There's no way their deck has more than like 1 basic land, right? Like, what else do I want to cut? Most of my cards seem pretty... I guess Bowmaster is kind of mediocre. They did show Ponder plus Brainstorm. They might have fucking beans in their deck, for all I fucking know. Let's just do this. Let's just submit. I'm so confused. The weird-ass league today. This fucking Shadowy Backstreet. God, I mean, like, we get to, like, Thoughtseize into Thoughtseize here, I guess. But, like, come on! Complete equity through the fucking roof. How is this card always in my opening hand? We need to play Yorion so I stop drawing it. Show me. Show me the goods. What you got over there, opponent? Do you have a Brainstorm over there? I gotta go. Oh, I just finished the giveaway. Oh, you want the last giveaway? After this match. Brainstorm response, sure. I should get rid of that giveaway. I didn't notice. Yeah, it snuck in there. It is rigged. Bob won it. Pretty fucked up, I think. Wow. Sand is certainly filled with magic cards. We're not resolving anything relevant for a little bit, huh? I just want to take this Force of Will, weirdly enough, and maybe take the Binding after that. Or maybe we take a Plow after that. We could take like Plow. Maybe I just don't take the Force of Will because it costs them 2 cards. Maybe we just take the Binding. Binding's... We have not that many answers to Binding. We just mostly have Witch Enchanters. What do you got for me, opponent? Beans? Yep. How's it going? It's certainly going. Maybe I was supposed to take the Leyline Binding after all. Oh, they just drew another Leyline Binding, huh? These cards all seem pretty bad for me, I'm not gonna lie. When my opponent doesn't up the Beanstalk in their hand, or in their in play. I guess I just take a Binding. The Force of Will at least will just be break even on cards. Probably should have taken the Beans. Yeah. Unlucky that I misclicked and didn't grab that Beanstalk out of their hand. Would have been a good move. I can't even cast Glarb. Well, now I'm gonna feel like a real dunce when my opponent casts his Force of Will, huh? Well, they had one turn to top deck a blue card. What are the odds? 0%, I tell you. Damn. Oh, yeah, they drew Force off of Force. Cool. We can, like, Overlord for the Skyclave again, potentially. Unlucky, yeah. No way we could have played around this. Glarb? Glarb time? Damn. I was so excited. Opponent 3 cards in hand. Binding, Plow, question mark. If I play Bones, they just kill the sky. They kill the Bones with the Skyclave. Target on the stack. I think I just want to Overlord back Skyclave. You think their deck might be better without Glarb? I think that's a pretty disrespectful stance, Bob. That's pretty fucked up for you to say, yeah. Do they just, like... There's no way you just cycle Binding on this thing, right? No. Take the play points away. If I could, I would, honestly. What's happening? What the fuck is going on? What on God's earth is my opponent doing? Like, genuinely, what on earth are the cards in my opponent's deck? This is good when you have Glarb in play, right? You could, like, set up the perfect Glarb, where you, like, play the land off the top, and then cast your, like, 1 mana spell that is 5 mana. This is also, like, a combo deck card. Like, you see this, like, blue-black show and tell and stuff. Opponents really living the dream. Those are just sorcery speed in this, by the way. No, they need to draw into their pile. I feel like I'm gonna get fucking Doomsday. They cast like a Scion here? Second Beans, sure. Alright. I guess we should maybe play around this days, huh? I think I do want to exile one of these beanstalks. More so than, like... I guess maybe I was supposed to get Emperor value that turn while they were tapped out, and maybe just, like, Emperor plus Overlord attack or something. Waste them off Glarb mana. No, I want the Glarb in play! I want them to fucking do it to me. Give me the Limdual's Vault Glarb combo. I'm not taking them off of anything. I need this mana. You're gonna have this fucking Scion. That's, yeah, you got it, boss. Maybe I should, like, not F6 in case my opponent casts, like, Broadside Bombardiers. Each non-equipment artifact and non-aura artifact you control with mana value 4 or greater is a 4/4 elemental creature into their other types. Has indestructible, haste, and when this creature deals combat damage, player draw a card. So this just gives the Scion indestructible and haste and curiosity? Right? It doesn't give it any colors. It itself has trample and first strike. We get to Solitude. It doesn't. Wait, it doesn't animate the Leyline too? Oh, fuck. Is also non-aura enchantments. Oh, shit. Wait, this is horrible for them. Oh, did I miss Vigilance on this fucking paragraph? Wait. Oh, no, because it's white, so it has Vigilance. Okay. I am proud of how fast you parsed that commander card, too, because I completely missed that. So I Solitude this Leyline Binding, get back Overlord, Solitude the Scion of Draco, and then everything's totally fine, right? Or I Solitude the Bellow, I'm not sure. Oh, I can't block this thing. This thing is flying. Yeah, this does seem extremely bad for them, I'm not gonna lie. Never mind Secret Flying. Yeah, it's like 8 paragraphs down on the card. I guess it sucks a little bit that I have to pitch this Felia, but I can't imagine it really sucks that badly. Oh wait, oh, no, I did this wrong. Shit. Oops. I had to sack my Solitude first. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. Wait, no, I did it right. Hell yeah. I thought I did it wrong. All according to plan. I know what my cards do. I guess I'm just supposed to Solitude the Scion so I take less damage, because I'm just gonna, like, attack with the Overlord and get back the Solitude again, right? Or, like, Emperor of Bones or something. It's just a yeah, it's just a 3/3. Well, I don't know if that could have gone worse for my opponent, I'm gonna be honest. That was maybe the worst Bellow Bard of the Brambles ever cast in Legacy history. Also the best because it was the first, yes. Yeah, quite possibly in Commander history. That was a really, really bad. Woof. That was. Animate your leyline binding so I could solitude it, huh? That was pretty good for me. So we're kind of cooking here. We lost a Swift O2 to Sneak and Show, but like it hasn't really been on the back of Ketramose. Like what did we play against so far? We played against Reanimator, where we had main deck Relic, which was nice, but my opponent also mulled to 5, and then we killed them. And then we played against Ketramose was good against the Eldrazi match, yeah, but then they also scried 3 to the top in game 2, and then didn't hit a second line drop and then died. And then Ketramose didn't really show up against that. And then we beat Noxus Revival, Glarb, Bellow of the Brambles, Scion, Leyline deck. Clearly, we've broken it. I think we've fixed Legacy with this deck. We really did it. Literally everyone in chat managed to figure out what Bellow did before I did. That card had so much text that didn't matter. Completely missed the animating non-aura enchantments. I literally read it out loud and just completely unfazed. Non-aura enchantments and non-equipment artifacts. Because why not? Bellow was the face commander for a precon. That's not even like the popular one. Isn't there like a rabbit that people loved playing in EDH? Cloud Post? That doesn't seem like a very good matchup for me. I don't think I'm supposed to keep this hand against anything, let alone Cloud Post. Alright, we'll keep those. And does stuff. This Bumble Flower is popular. Isn't there like some like rabbit with like a scythe that people like? Bottom second Overlord maybe? Here? Just have like Felio Overlord curve and have potential answers to stuff. Because if they're on like a Force Will deck and not Cloud Post, then oh, well, that answers that. Probably just gonna die. I can't imagine our deck is very good against Cloud Post. We have 4 Wastelands and some sideboard White Orchid Phantoms. The Bellow our opponent played is apparently over $200 in paper. Jesus Christ. Yeah, maybe the top 4 cards of our deck are all Wasteland. Alright, starting now. Wow, so unlucky. Well, Felio Overlord, I'm sure you'll be good enough. Versus my opponent who's about to have, like, 7 mana. 6 mana? 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 4 mana. Karn, you got it, boss. Can't actually kill that. Kind of horrible for me. We could draw 3rd land and Skyclave it. Our relics are offline. It's over. Sphere of Resistance, huh? That doesn't really seem like a particularly threatening choice. Also kind of just a weird one in a Karn sideboard. I feel like I don't often see that. So there's nothing we can do here, really. Might as well just get the Overlord stuff going. Try to find a 3rd land drop would be nice. Well. Or not. Maybe this Sphere's going to be good against me after all, huh? Alright, this is certainly a league today. Main deck Surgical Cloud Post. Okie doke. think we got our one, I guess. Paid actor. Like, I mean, we're easily still losing this game. We can't even rebuy it. They played around our Emperor of Bones so expertly. We also played around their Surgical so expertly by hitting nothing that mattered off of that Overlord. They exiled so many cards for our Ketramose when we find it. Yeah, true, true. Oh, Ketramose, let's go! Do we even want this fucking thing? I mean, I don't really want either of these other things, I guess. So Ketramose, like, fills more... Like, assuming that we ever hit another land, this Ketramose will probably be more useful than those other things. What's going on over there, though? Like... Karn for Sphere of Resistance? That was your best choice? Play Boseiju against an Overlord of the Balemark? Cast the One Ring? Yeah, they didn't have a Planar Nexus. Maybe this is just like Mycospawn? Mycospawn would be fine, at least. Mycospawn for Tabernacle? Shut up. No shot they have a Tabernacle, and they had to cut the Tabernacle for the main deck Surgical Extraction. They definitely grab Wasteland and play Sphere. I feel like we could beat that, though, like, pretty easily. We have so much stuff just on board that beats this. Maybe they're setting up for the second Mycospawn for the Tabernacle. They also, wait, they can't cast the thing. They can't even cast the Sphere. Alright, well, I guess we untap, huh? Land is big. That's a very, like, big land to draw, too. I think I don't want to Flicker Overlord anymore, because I just want to kill them. I think I genuinely just, like, Wasteland the Cloud Post and play Relic to Flicker with Felia, and then pitch Sash to Solitude to kill the Mycospawn, and then kill Karn and hit them with Overlord, and then blink the Relic just for counters on Felia. Just flicker Mycospawn out of the way. It doesn't make the Felia bigger, though. I think it's fine to just kill the Mycospawn. Oh, right, I can't activate this. I was about to activate it before I just get in good habits, activate before I blink it, but literally cannot do that play. Sure. You get my other Emperor. That's fine. I can't cast that. Ketramose online, true. I mean, I'm going down to one land here. I think I just want Solitude in case I want to just, like, fight through more shit. Additional spawns. I almost don't want a Wasteland, but there's just, like, no way that could be right. We're just so close to lethal and want to just kill them. Can't wait to see what spice the next opponent brings. I'm so perplexed today. Cast your Sphere, please. Cast your Sphere and you have 3 mana. As your Cloud Post deck, please. Please. Come on, put it into play. You know you want to. Just resist some spheres. What could go wrong, opponent? No, don't play a 3-drop. Okay, that's not that bad for me. Could be worse. Could be better. I was expecting Elvish Spirit Guide. That would have been funny. That would have been real good. I mean, I guess I attack again, huh? Flicker the Relic of Brandis. It's kind of awkward, though, because I want to cycle the Relic to draw a card to potentially Thoughtseize them here. But then I don't get to... Maybe blinking with the Philly is not important, because it's going to die next turn, right? We hit them for 9. They go to 7. Cycling to Thoughtseize is maybe more important. Is buying back a creature important? Maybe buying back Bowmaster is important on the attack here. I'm taking them for 9 down to 7. Bowmaster's very close to lethal at that point. So maybe having the Bowmaster in hand is more important than trying to hit the Thoughtseize. I guess we could do both. We could just not flicker the Relic. We also hit a land creature. That's true. I think I'm just not going to flicker the Relic. I think I'm just going to flicker nothing. This isn't Roots. True. You figured me out. Flicker the Silex to show dominance on. It's too late. I should have. We did not hit the creature land. We did not hit the black source either. Lovely. Is it Silex Kraken time? Kill the Felia? Can't surgical me a 3rd time. No cards in graveyards. I guess they can surgical my Felias after they pop the Silex for 2. Like, you have to crack the Silex here. There's... What? Yeah, you can crack it for 3 if you want, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, just crack it for 2. Clear the Felia so you live. We still have the Boggart Trawler, right? Yeah, somewhere. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe I should fetch before I attack, huh? Oh, they just gave up. Nice. Well, if my opponent had cards in their deck that weren't Surgical Extraction, that game could have gone a lot differently. But they didn't, so it didn't. Opponent just really sick and tired of losing to Blue-Black Reanimator, I guess. With how they've elected to build their deck. Am I ready for game 2 Surgicals? Boy, am I. Tell them in chat to board an Extirpates. I think you boarded Fluke because, like, presumably there are 1-rings in there, and along with the Karns. White Orchid Phantom's obviously great. Probably just genuinely cut all the plows. They board out the Surgicals to bring in the Extirpates. Now we're cooking. Presumably, the only Plow target in their deck is like Sowing Mega Spawn. That is typical of the average Cloud Post list. Now, the opponent is not playing the average Cloud Post list, so maybe it's foolish of me to board out these sorts of Plowshares. But I think this is where I'm going to start. We'll see after we play a game 2. This hand seems pretty bad, huh? These Solitudes are pretty textless. We do have a Wasteland. That's pretty good. The rest of the hand, not so much. Alright, this hand's just mostly better. Velia Overlord pulled some fucking weight that game, huh? Awkward thing is that I need to bottom one of these cards, though. I don't think... Maybe you can bottom 3rd land here? Maybe I'm supposed to bottom 3rd land. We can operate off 2 lands if we miss multiple times, and we do kind of want both of these cards for different use cases. Maybe we just bottom the scrub land here. We're on the draw, we have a Surveil land. Our turn 2 and turn 3 plays are probably 2 mana spells anyway. Maybe we can get greedy and keep the spells. And then never hit another land drop, because that's what happens every single time you keep a 6 with 3 lands, and then you bottom the 3rd land. You just never draw another one for the rest of the game. That's just how it works. Wasteland. Dang. You queued into Eureka for me, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I don't want to fucking play against him. I heard he's on Entombs Day tonight. Nexus is pretty scary. Opponent's got a lot of mana next turn. I have a response. Probably leave a land on the top of my deck. Probably not leaving that on the top of my deck. Just name Wasteland here, probably. For real? Feels kinda loose. Ooh, White Oaken Phantom. Don't mind if I do. Also, what was that about? What was I saying at the start of this game when it was like bottom the 3rd land and you never draw another land for the rest of the game? I don't think we're winning this game. We can draw a land. Wait, no we can't. I forgot. 0% chance. What did I say, chat? It's a sad fact of the universe that you're never allowed to bottom. You said, man, I should have bottomed this Ketramose. I think it's, like, statistically wrong to bottom the Ketramose. And then they get Wasteland, and then we die. Alright, that's fine. Just because it happens doesn't mean that it was actually wrong, but just the fact that I knew it was going to happen. But, like, Ketramose is good, assuming we ever draw another land in, like, the average game of Magic. It's a good backup plan in case they have, like, Boseiju or something, or Dismember for Failure, Boseiju for Overlord, or something like that. You want a second, this extra layer of redundancy. Draw you into your good hate cards, etc., etc. And Skyclave's good against Karn and the One Ring and stuff. I don't think I'm boarding any differently. to think about anything. Like, we could, like, board in Null Rod. It's possible Null Rod's better than Solitude. There's really nothing to ever fucking hit in this matchup. Just Myco Spawn. Let's do that, I guess. What could go wrong? Can I have a hand with lands and spells? Alright. I mean, keep 5. Bottom this, bottom second flute. Cry a lot. Hope that 2 Thought Seizes into top decking something is going to be good enough. Alright, well, it's looking like 2 Thought Seizes is going to be good enough for the first couple of turns of this game, at least. Next turn, they can have Kozilek's Command for 1. I think I should play my 2-drop out to start clocking them, honestly. Because then if they, like, cast the Kozilek's Command for 1 the next turn, I don't really care that much. I can Thoughtseize the Ratchet Bomb, I guess. They might even just, like, cast Ratchet Bomb, which is kind of fine, I guess. Yep. But now we need to Thoughtseize this turn. Gets a little awkward. Would have really loved like a Thoughtseize plus Wasteland. Maybe, Thoughtseize plus Wasteland seems really aggressive. I guess we can Thoughtseize first and then figure out where to go from there. Oh dear. These cards all seem fairly bad for me, huh? I think we just need to Wasteland and pray. Pray that we rip. Which also means I think just taking the Kozilek's Command here and Wastelanding, and then hoping that we can eventually beat a Karn. If we'd like find a mana to cast Flute before, then we're pretty solid. So we just take command here. It'll be fine. We'll draw that land. Easy. It's right on the top of the deck. Well, rip the Bone Man. He was a trooper trying to clock the opponent. Still have another turn to draw that land, though. Would be pretty nice. That is a land. We're still in this game, huh? So my opponent doesn't have to crack, which makes this Flute kind of awkward. If they put Karn on the stack, I can cast Flute in response. No, I wouldn't cast Flute in response. I would just let them minus. No, that's bad. Because then I could minus and then crack the bomb in response to me casting the Flute, and then they've already have a card in hand. So if they cast the Karn and I cast Flute in response, they have to make the decision right then and there. If they pop the bomb, then I obviously name Karn. If they don't pop the bomb, then I name bomb, and then they get plus the Karn on the bomb, which would be pretty bad for me. Huh, this is actually a super awkward spot. If we play Null Rod, then the Karn gets a minus. Maybe that's just has to be the play, that the Karn gets 1 minus before it matters. And then we flute it. I think that's the play. Missing on that land for like 1 turn really put us in an awkward spot. Maybe they'll just plus it. It's fine. Dang. Can Karn minus for an answer for Disruptor Flute? Probably not, realistically. Sure, Sky Sovereign. Oh, you can answer the Null Rod and stuff with that too. I'll cast Flute and name Karn the Great Creator. Please don't have anything. If we draw a land, we could like Thoughtseize plus Overlord. Otherwise, I'm just gonna Overlord. And oh god damn it! Are you kidding me? Come on. Actual like worst possible for me. Have we? I don't think we've shuffled our deck, have we? And the Caracas for the Felia. I don't think we're winning this one. That blast is so nasty. I think we just take Flicker Wisp and try to rip some mana source and try to, you know, win a game somehow that way. I don't really think we're like a million mana away from doing anything with Witch. We like play it as a land, but to cast what? This Felia's Textless, this Thoughtseize. I think we just like take Wisp and hope that something happens somewhere here. The Karn doesn't have anything threatening to do. I think this just ends up being like a Liquid Milk Cutting we lose situation though. I have not mathed it out, but I think it's like, what, 3 mana, play a land, coding you, and then we die. Yeah, seems like that is the exact situation that's happening. They just passed. We draw the land. They draw the flicker effect instead of the lands. So we had the Witch Enchanter. When does this pass? Why not crack and activate your Karn? What is just giving me a shot at winning this game, and then we don't get there. Maybe they'll just like tap the Caracas for no reason, huh? Probably better than casting Thoughtseize. Now we die to Sky Sovereign. I mean, not like now, but yeah, pretty much. I don't really think we have an alternative plan. I guess the Thoughtseize Sky Sovereign into like Wisp Overlord or something. But then the Sky Sovereign just kills the Wisp. We still have an Overlord in play. Alright. They'll just go for Lattice. They're just gonna like play land and Lattice me. Tap out. That's the strat. Come on. What could I possibly have, opponent? I don't have anything. Just grab Mycosynth Lattice. And then play your 6th land, and then cast Mycosynth Lattice. And then you win. I'm locked out. There's no possible counterplay. Snaring Bridge with 6 cards in hand is brave. But it also doesn't really feel like it matters, huh? Yeah, maybe they forget about the Crocus. Alright, we drew the land. I also don't really know how this game is continuing to go, but I mean, we'll grab this Witch Enchanter, I guess, and like try to cast it on the bridge? Question mark. No, we'll rip the land and cast it on the bridge. Assuredly, that'll definitely work. Yeah, I kind of did wish I Thoughtseized the Sky Sovereign instead of feudally casting my Felia that one turn, but they didn't plus to animate to, like, block, so we could just clear the Karn now? Trying to figure out if I want to Thoughtseize them. I think I do. Like, we can get back Wisp and then be able to Wisp our own land, potentially, if we need to shatter, like, the bridge down the line. It's like playing the land I think is worth to me. Enchantress land and Flicker. No, we really want to kill this Karn. While it was opening, we can get rid of the bridge next turn if we really need to, which we probably do. But thinking about Thoughtseize into Witch Enchanter's land, flicker the bridge, attack the Karn, pick up the other Flicker Wisp so we can shatter the bridge in a future turn. Well, that's probably not very good for me, huh? So we have 4 lands now, so we're better served grabbing Witch Enchanter itself to kill the bridge on the comeback. Are we just like dead to this Sky Sovereign attacking me? It's close. If they just like play it plus attack and Boseiju the Overlord, I think we might just lose? Question mark. Don't really think we have a way to beat that. Maybe they don't see the line. Alright. Overlord gets to live. That's good. Can't attack because bridge. Oh, true. Not dead. Well, that's probably dead, right? This Cloud Host taps for like 9 jillion mana. Not even... not even casting. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana? Okay, I mean, we're not dead yet then, right? Sage of the Overlord? Wait. Oh, yeah, they did have green mana. Okay, fair enough. Is Backstreet better than being able to, like, play Relic here? Only attack for 3. Don't get anything back. I mean, we're just gonna lose to the Ivugan, so we just scry for, like, Wasteland, I guess. Is that good enough? I don't know, man. It's not. We also died a Karn Plus. No, because this thing's only a 5/5 when the Karn animates it. We just can't fetch. I mean, we probably die to it, you know, regardless, because then there's a Karn with 6 loyalty counters and blah blah blah. I'm gonna put this on top, even though we're like super dead. I just don't want to play this game anymore. I'm good. We managed to like try to claw back into this game on like a mold of 5. Yeah, very genuinely, I think missing that land drop on the the turn that we could have null rotted the Ratchet Bomb before the Karn got into play, like spiraled this game out of control. Also, maybe the Thought Seizing the Sky. I don't think that Thought Seizing the Sky Sovereign would have won, but it definitely would have been probably the smarter play. But I was kind of thinking that the game was hopelessly lost at that point, and then somehow we managed to like try to win somehow afterwards. Please just put me out of my misery, opponent. All roads lead to Rome. You can really do anything you want here. Ah, kicked Micah Spawn, I see. That's like the least threatening card you could have played, I think. That Blast Zone was pretty brutal regardless, yeah. I guess, can you kick Micah Spawn and still activate this Ivugan? Probably. Yes, definitely. Or play Karn, sure. Yeah, they found that line too. my Overlord that I left on top for reasons unknown even to me. Overlord, back our Bowmasters and kill ourselves. We could also just kill ourselves off of the Prismatic Vista, who knows. Overlord back mode, so kill. Oh, with the fetch with the trigger and stack. Target self. I see. Smart. See, this is why I have chat for the good lines. Hold. Yeah, boom. Easy. We got him. So we won the game against Cloud Post where my opponent had a bunch of unplayable surgical extractions in their deck, and then understandably lost the games that my opponent presumably ported out the unplayable surgical extractions and had real cards in their deck. So, I mean, that tracks with the Cloud Post matchup on average. But we also, like, almost won that game on that Mold of 5. Our, like, one-lander into no-lander Mold of... into, like, very mediocre Mold of 5 was about a land drop away from potentially, like, saving us. Yeah. The missing lands in game 2 and 3 both, like, kind of cost us. Which, notably, is a glaring problem that shows up every single time I play this sort of deck, is that you do just need more lands, I think. I think people playing like 22 lands, even 23 lands, is probably just wrong. You probably need 24 minimum. Like, old, like, 60 card D&D was like 24 plus vials, and like, we have a similar curve to that deck. And plus, like, a lot of top end for when you flood out, like, you can, like, you're drawing a million cards with Ketramose. You have, like, Hardcast, Overlord, Hardcast, Solitude. You do just need to play more mana sources in these decks, I think. I think the people that are playing, like, 21, 22 lands are just dead wrong, and you need to be more disciplined about building your mana bases properly. It's a damn shame that Chromox doesn't synergize with Ketramose. Well, I mean, it does, kind of. It exiles a card, but yes, it doesn't, like, cantrip if you have Chromox after Ketramose, which would be pretty sick. It does feel to me like Chromox is probably the best way to build this, but, like, Relic plus Ketramose never really happened, but I do think that you do need a card like Relic to pair with Ketramose because it's not a good enough engine, and you don't have enough good enough activators otherwise. You need to play 20. Like, you could play a bunch, quite honestly, maybe you're just supposed to play Chromox and, like, a bunch more MDFCs, and, like, that's how you're supposed to do it. And try to recoup the card disadvantage with Felia Overlord and Ketramose as your, like, outlets. And maybe if you just play, like, a ton of Trawlers and Witch Enchanters, you can sneak some Relics into the deck, even though you're a Chromox deck too. It's like, maybe there's something there. I don't know. It's hard. Two-color Chromox decks are also, like, notoriously tough. The mana's already a mess. I mean, I'll probably keep, like, messing with Ketramose on occasion, but, like, Ketramose really doesn't feel like it's got the juice for the long term as far as Legacy goes for me. This is my Chromox list. Just a bunch of random bullshit go. Now, dual command. Yeah, I think Ketramose is probably fucking, just great in dual commander. Fairly cheap, hard to interact with. Hey, Mindbreak Trap, do you mind? Thank you. Hard to interact with, fairly cheap, like, big card draw engine, stuff like that. I am very interested in trying this card more in dual commander. Like, maybe we take this list. Yeah, Ketramose is doing well in Modern, a format that is slower, does not have access to card advantage engines like Yorion or Up the Beanstalk or the One Ring, stuff like that. So, like, that's why I wanted to try Ketramose in Legacy, because it's, like, so blatantly powerful in Modern that it felt like I wanted to do it. Wow, this deck was like 26 mana sources? Jeez. Like, maybe you're not even allowed to be a 4 Wasteland deck? Yeah, this deck is very strained on its mana. There aren't a lot of aggro decks in Modern that punish you for playing like a bunch of MDFCs nearly as much. There are a lot of reasons that it makes more sense that Ketramose is like a really powerful Modern card while not really being a card that makes waves in Legacy at all. So obviously, like, playing full 8 MDFCs is insane. But I just want to, like, see where this deck looks like. Cut this fucking shitty ass. I also learned that Timeless Dragon doesn't actually... No, Timeless Dragon does work. Yes, Timeless Dragon works with Ketramose. Flashback does not work with Ketramose. Something that I learned when I had Lingering Souls in my dual commander deck. Because the card in the graveyard goes onto the stack and then to exile. Probably just like trim a bunch of like the fucking fetches and stuff. What do the fetchables look like? You like maybe cut a scrubland too. We only have 4 fetches in the deck like this. Backstreet gets a lot worse than trim fetches. That is true, yeah. Could just not play the Surveillance. Surveillance are so busted, though. Except for in my fucking deck, where we just draw it every single game, huh? Never get to fetch it out, it's just in our openers. This is 28 mana sources. Backstreet's always in the hand, so fetches. Fetches are pointless, true. What if we... I mean, this is like 62 cards. How many white sources if we just like cut these ephemerates and then probably play a different card instead of this last ephemerate? This is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 16 if you discount the plows, which I kind of do. The Flicker Wisps did feel good. I do like having a higher density of cards that like let you do your Overlord thing, especially Flicker Wisp that can... Like, Overlord can dig you into the Flicker Wisp, which is a nice 26 mana and a 62 card deck are highly auspicious number. Oh, yeah, we're not playing 62 cards, also it's 28 mana sources. But, like, there's just no way you get to play 8 MDFCs, but that feels like one of the best ways to try to enable Chrome Mox better in a deck like this. You probably even cut, like, an Emperor of Bones for a second copy of Wisp. Wait, no, wait, hang on, there's a sneaky... sneaky ephemerate that was left over. Let's just like play 3 Emperor, 3 Bowman. Oh no, we wanted to play Relic. That's what I wanted to add, right? That's the card that we wanted to like try to fit Relic and Chromox into the same deck. Obviously, the deck should go to 80 cards, play Yorion. Yeah, but like that's the I'm trying so hard to stay away from that because once you go to 80 cards and you play Yorion, you're just building D&T, I think, and I don't think this deck like I think this deck is worse when you play it as D&T. Maybe you could play 80 card Yorion Chrome Mox, but that feels weird. Yorion is not a nearly as powerful card when you just have to pick it up for 3 mana and cast it for 5 mana every game, and you don't have like this like vile inevitability. But like, maybe you could play this as a Yorion deck, but the whole thesis is trying to make it so that you just have your powerful engines in Overlord plus Flicker and Ketramose, and you don't need to necessarily play Yorion. But, like, also Yorion's a really busted engine, so, like, maybe you don't need a card like Ketramose. The more realistic answer is that Yorion is too good, so you don't need Ketramose, not vice versa. No, Skyclave's main feels rough, too. Yeah, Skyclave was a card that was kind of nice there. You need, like... Oh, we already cut to 2 Emperors, huh? Or 3 Emperors, 2 Bowmaster. 61 cards already, too. Not play 4 Thoughtseize main deck. We could play less than 28 mana sources also, certainly. 28's just kind of a number that showed up when I added a bunch of Wish of Jitters and Bogart Trawlers to the deck. Maybe we're not supposed to play... like, these are, like, almost tap lands with how... Yeah, we're almost done. I'm just talking about the deck.
Wrapping up?
It's like almost tap lands and aggro matchups. So like maybe you get the back straight out of here. Play 27 lands, hit 60 cards. I don't know. I think Ketramose is a tough card to make work in the context of Legacy. And I'll be watching to see deck lists that spark my interest. I don't think whatever their name was, the person who top 8'd that challenge, Morsa, I don't think their list has cracked the code. Obviously, I didn't play their list. I took their list and made some changes to it immediately, but really doesn't feel like we've cracked the code on Ketramose and Legacy. And maybe someone out there will, or maybe Ketramose will just continue to be a modern staple rather than a Legacy one. Well, that's it for me. Let's find someone to raid, huh? Who is online? Is Harain streaming? Of course he is.
Is he always streaming when you're wrapping up?
I don't know. He's always streaming late at night. Just all the fucking... Wait, is he? Is he not? And why does it say most recent video when I refreshed? He was in chat earlier. Oh, there we go. It's live now. Alright. Let's go send you his way. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. We'll be back not next week, but the week after. Next week, I will be abandoning you to play Monster Hunter instead. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Play some Ketramose Dual Commander. See how that feels. Probably feels a little bit better than Legacy Ketramose. And then after that, we'll be back on the regular kind of doing whatever. Playing some Death and Taxes. Playing some stuff from Dual Commander. Whatever the vibes are. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I forgot to hit the raid button, so I have to wait 10 seconds awkwardly after finishing talking. As is the norm.